we'll call this meeting to order. Laurie, please call the roll.
Mr. Wilson,
Here.
Ms. Jamison,
Present.
Ms. Gage. Here. Mr. Olvera,
Present.
Mr. Hurst,
I am here.
Ms. Lucero,
Here.
and Mr. Daniel.
Here.
All please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, staff reports.
Any questions on the staff reports?
Okay. All right. Item 5, public hearing. To conduct a public hearing concerning an application for a replat being a 0.413 acre tract comprised of lots 24 and 25 in Block 7 of the Comanche Creek Phase 7 to the Lacy Lakeview, McLennan County, Texas, as per plat of said edition recorded under Clerk's File Number 201-300-2716, Official Public Records, McLennan County, Texas, establishing Lot 44 of Block 7 of Comanche Creek Phase 7 as final replat. Do we have anyone to speak on behalf or oppose to this replat?
I'd be interested.
I would too.
Sure.
I live in Comanche Creek. I drove by there today. Can
Okay,
you
but
tell me?
Would you please come to the microphone? We need you to, for the purpose of our live stream, to make sure you have a microphone. And please give us your name and address.
I'm Virginia Riojas, 207 Hawk Bridge, Lacy Lakeview, Texas, 76705.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in the process of selling. We have the corner lot and the next lot. We have it all fenced in as one. We're selling it to a buyer who's going through FHA, and they have a policy that they do not fund on property under 2 lot numbers. So they've asked us to resurvey it as one.
So you're just combining
It's
two
just
lots
combining it for a sale, yes, sir.
as residential lots, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will recess a work session to convene regular session. I'll close the public hearing at 6:03. Recess a work session to convene regular session. Item 6, approval of the minutes from the city council meeting held on May 12th, 2026. Do I hear a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of city council meeting held on May 12th, 2026.
Do we have a second?
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Laurie, please poll the council.
Ms. Lucero,
Yes.
Mr. Olvera,
Yes.
Ms. Jamison,
Yes.
Mr. Daniel,
Yes.
Mr. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Gage.
Yes.
And Mr. Wilson.
Yes. Item 7, discussion and consideration of motion to approve an application for a replat being a 0.413 acre tract comprised of lots 24 and 25 in Block 7 of the Comanche Creek Phase 7 to the Lacy Lakeview, McLennan County, Texas, as per plat of said addition recorded under Clerk's File Number 201-300-2716, Official Public Records, McLennan County, Texas, establishing Lot 44, Block 7 of Comanche Creek Phase 7 as final replat. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve an application for a replat being a 0.413 acre tract comprised of lots 24 and 25 in Block 7 of the Comanche Creek Phase 7 to the city of Lacy Lakeview, McLennan County, Texas, as per plat of said edition recorded under Clerk's File Number 201-300-2716, Official Public Records, McLennan County, Texas, establishing Lot 44, Block 7 of Comanche Creek Phase 7 as final replat.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. You guys can sort that out in a minute. Any discussion? All right, Laurie, please poll the council.
Ms. Jamison?
Yes.
Mr. Daniel?
Yes.
Ms. Lucero?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes?
Ms. Gage?
Yes.
Mr. Hurst?
Yes.
And Mr. Olvera.
I abstain.
Item 8, discussion and consideration of motion to approve the purchase of property located on Avenue G Rear, Waco, Texas, 76705 for $3,000 from Self-Fulfilling Properties LLC. Legal description being Crescent Heights ACS Lot B, Block 9, Block 19, 0.117 acres. This is the T-ball lot that is behind City Hall. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the action to approve the purchase of property located on Avenue G Rear, Waco, Texas, 76705 for $3,000 from Self-Fulfilling Properties LLC. Legal description being Crescent Heights ACS Lot B, Block 19, 0.117 acres. This is the T-ball lot that is behind City Hall.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Who seconded it?
And we have a second?
Who did?
Oh, do we have a second? Sorry.
I will second it, but before I second it, I just want to confirm that I did call Calvin and ask him, or actually, I emailed
Well,
him.
that'll come in discussion.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's okay.
I'm learning, but I second, yes,
Okay.
and I agree.
All right, we have a second. Now discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll say that I did call Calvin to kind of explain to me, apparently it was somebody who didn't even know that they owned the lot, and we didn't realize that the city didn't own it, and he kind of described to me where it was, and it sounds like this is a pretty good price for that piece of property, so I'm in agreement in it. And
That's my understanding as well.
Right. I understand it was bought in a package deal with a bunch of properties. So the gentleman's been paying taxes on it for years, and we've been using it. So I think it's time we bought it.
We need more taxpayers that don't know.
Well,
they're
sure,
paying
absolutely.
taxes.
Yeah.
Can you keep paying taxes on it?
Well, I tried to give it donated.
That's a civic spirit, right? Yeah. All right, any other discussion? All right, Laurie, please poll the council.
Mr. Olvera?
Yes.
Ms. Jamison?
Yes.
Ms. Gage?
yes,
Mr. Hurst?
Yes.
Mr. Daniel?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes?
And Ms. Lucero.
Yes.
Item 9, discussion and consideration of action to approve the investment committee's recommendations for reinvestment of the $8.3 million street bond monies after the current CD matures on June 18th, 2026, in accordance with the city's investment policy. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the action to approve the investment committee's recommendation of reinvesting the $6 million of that $8.3 million to a 6-month CD at 3.15%. After the current CD matures on June 18, 2026, in accordance with the city's investment policy.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I would just like to discuss this because I had asked Calvin some questions too about the investment committee in general. And so I just wonder if we could tell everyone who the investment committee is, how they're appointed, and then if we've done this in the past, because I do believe that we have, and then just how that benefited us.
Okay. This was put together, resolution number 2025-02, and this actually appoints, under section 4, for the investment policy is the mayor pro tem, the finance director, the city manager, and the city secretary. So that's laid out in this right here.
Okay.
Also, the city went out for a $9.5 million bond. And out of that $9.5 million bond, we put $8.3 million in a CD for 1 year, and it matured December 2025. And the interest on that bond, on that $8.3 million for 1 year, was $360,499.23. So when that CD matured, we put that same amount of that bond, $8,360,499.23, into another CD for 6 months. And that matures June of this year. And roughly the interest on that, we don't have the exact figure, but it's about another $130,000. Now what we've done, we know that we're fixing to bid the street workout for North Walnut, Virginia, and Donald, okay? And so I got with Walker Partners, and they put together a schedule for us about what we're gonna be needing for payment. So for for quarter 3 and 4 of this year, we're gonna need roughly about 1.8 million. For 2027, we're gonna need about 5.25, and then we'll finish up with the project in 28. And so from that right there, we sit down and we determine that we can put 6 million into another CD for 6 months. And we will keep that 2.3 million for construction costs that we're fixing to incur before the end of the year. And just running some rough numbers, that 6 million for 6 months should get us another estimated interest of about 95,000. So,
And Ms. Gage, one thing also, the council every November, December reviews its investment policy, reapproves or approves its investment committee, and the investment policy is dictated by statute. There's certain things y'all can put money into, but y'all look at that every November, December, just depending on the schedule. So that'll come up for review by all council in November, December.
Okay, thank you.
And for everyone, the cadence on that is, this loan funded, I think, in August.
No,
after-
24.
Of 24.
I think so.
And in order to form a finance committee, we had to all go get trained. And the training was in
Right.
November or December, first week of
No,
December.
we went to training in,
San Antonio.
It was in
it
December.
was in San Antonio, I remember
Yeah,
that.
it was in, I
Yeah.
think it was in
So
December.
once we got trained and then certified, then we could, the city had never before invested monies like this to try to manage. This is basic financial management. If you have monies, you want to try to make them work
Right.
for you, even if you can't use them.
Right.
So the total interest,
So by us investing this money, we've roughly $500,000 that we've earned in interest.
which was partly funded the equipment that we bought to do the
Right.
the resurfacing of the
Mhm.
streets. So
Yeah.
trying to get the most out of what we got.
Right, exactly.
So is there any benefit in taking a portion of it and putting it in a longer-term CD? Because you're not going to need it part of it until 2027 or 2028.
Well,
You can't go past a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Statutorily. you
Yeah.
have to have
Does it benefit us in interest any, to go a year instead of 6 months?
not really, not really. And I want to be careful, I don't want to invest it too far out and then we need it.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to, in 6 months, we'll reevaluate that, and we may reinvest it.
Well, the way the Walker Partners work, it'll probably be 2030.
Well, keep in mind, it's not Walker Partners doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're just
still,
doing the engineering.
Same thing.
It's
And,
just a-
and I guess to kind of talk a little more about that, we had a pre-bid meeting today for that work. It will open bids on the 30th. So that ball is moving.
Okay.
It's incredible, how long, I mean, when the people who understand it explain it to you, it makes perfect sense. But it takes 4 years to do a couple of streets. you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
Perfect sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
if we had better lawyers, it wouldn't, right?
yeah. It's like having a lawyer do work for you.
Boy, everybody's feisty tonight.
All right, any other comments?
Just tell me when.
Yeah. Was it put you out of your misery? Yeah.
Put you on a grader, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Laurie, please poll the council.
Mr. Daniel,
Yes.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Ms. Gage,
Yes.
Mr. Olvera,
Yes.
Ms. Jamison,
Yes.
Mr. Hurst,
Yes.
and Ms. Lucero.
Yes.
Item 10, public comment. We have 3 people signed up tonight, and again, if each person that speaks would come up to the podium, give your name and your street address, and you have 3 minutes to speak. First person on the list is Sarah Menarchik.
Mr. Hoddy, I'm sorry they didn't ask you about those 2 developers under your economic development
Yeah, can't tell you about that yet.
Sarah Menarcheck, 2797 Crossroads. Tonight, I'd like to talk about my storyboard. And this storyboard isn't lies. It's information that has been obtained through open records, through talking with different people on different committees, different people in council, Waco Council. It's also been from Sam Shaw with the Waco Bridge, who's done some investigative reporting, and also Mike Copeland with the Waco Trib. Now, what you see on my storyboard goes back to April 22nd, when the mayor, who was not the mayor at the time, but when Chuck Wilson started communicating through text messages to Infrikey, Sujith. Then fast forward, this communication kept occurring. Fast forward to November, when Sam Shaw communicates with Mr. Wilson, Mayor Wilson now, about, we understand there's something coming about the L2D2 that is regarding a data center that Lacy Lakeview wants to put in place. Can you talk to me about it? Again, November 17th. So you're going April 22nd to November 17th. Mr. Wilson's first response was to send a text message to Sujith Infrikey and saying, the word is out. How do you want us to handle this? Didn't worry about the council that we can tell through open records. Didn't worry about the citizens of Lacy Lakeview, and sure as heck didn't worry about the people that are going to be directly affected by this. So, once again, facts, Sam Shaw, Waco Bridge, we have an article. Fast forward, January 20th, Calvin Hottie goes to Hawaii to sign a memorandum of understanding with Sujith and, with Infrikey, with a different person with Infrikey. Now, Mr. Hottie claims that that was done to get data center consultants. But all of us know he could have gone north, south, east, west here in Texas and gotten data center consultants. We know it was a dog and pony show for Infrikey to start showing potential tenants, people coming in, hopefully to lease space in the data center. That's, in our opinion, why it was done. Now, here's the thing. This is a storyboard filled with facts.
Your time is up.
We would love to have
your 3
facts
minutes
from
is
you
up.
guys
Your
and
3
not
minutes
have
are
to
up.
rely on open records. Thank you.
Next speaker is Gail Tyus.
I'm Gail Tice. I live at 302 Avenue I here in Lacy Lakeview. I just wanted to say that last Wednesday, the police department, Detective Tyler Zingler gave a presentation on fraud. We had a good turnout, and we're going to try to have some kind of informational get-together at least once a month. So if you want to come, please come. It is on every first and third Wednesday from 2 to 4 at the Civic Center. I believe this next Wednesday, I think Tyler's going to try to get something worked up to show us how to get the, is it OnServe?
Unsolved.
OnSolve.
OnSolve?
Yes.
On people's phones, because we have some members that don't have it, and it's hard for them to understand how to get it and get it on their phone. So if you are one of those, please come on in. We'll let you come in, and we'll introduce ourselves to you. So we'll, I think that's the last thing I think I got going right now. We'll keep looking for everybody to come in. Thank you.
Thank you. And last speaker, Tori DeBecka.
Miss Stiles. Yes.
3100 North Katy Road, Elmont. I call it Ross because it's across from the data center, and that's always been my hometown of Ross. I just want to say thank you, first and foremost, to those of you that are coming to the meetings. I appreciate seeing you there. I feel like you're taking an interest in us, and you're allowing conversations to take place. So thank you for doing that when you come on Sundays to the meetings at Ross. I was here last month, and a comment was made about the property at the proposed data center. And I believe it was stated that the land purchased was an unincorporated property, and that you all, and I believe you all pertains to the actual council, don't have a decision on what happens on that property. I completely agree about it being a land purchase in an unincorporated area. However, the rest of the comment was not completely transparent to the citizens sitting in this room or to those on the live stream. The second part of the comment stating that the council doesn't have a decision on what happens on the purchased property was a little bit misleading to me. My understanding is the ultimate goal is for Lacy Lakeview to annex the land and provide water or sewer services to that property. And if this is the case, then you do actually have a decision about what happens on that unincorporated property. Without your water or sewer services, Infrared cannot build the data center. So to me, this provides an example of why citizens are stating that there's a lack of transparency from the council. Maybe you do this intentionally, maybe you do this unintentionally, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is that citizens are taking your statements, all of your statements, and holding you liable for what you're saying. So please take caution when you're speaking and make sure you're completely transparent with what is being said. Omitting known information doesn't mean that you are being transparent. So to wrap up, yes, the land purchased is in an unincorporated area. Yes, you do have a decision about what happens on the property. If the council decides not to provide water or sewer services to Infrared, the decision is made and the data center build stops. Again, you do have a decision on what happens on that property. Thank you.
Item 11, council members' input.
I have some things that I'd like to share as a new
Please do.
council member, if that's all right. Starting off, I didn't really know anything about our city, the ins and outs, the intricacies of how they work. And so Calvin was nice enough to get some things scheduled for me last week. So I spent about 2 days touring the city. So first day I got to meet all of the office and admin staff here in City Hall and in the city buildings, which was really nice. Then Jim gave me a tour also of the streets. I got to see the lift station. I got to see the 2 water towers. We kind of talked about the condition of those, the machine works, the mechanics of all of it, to costs, repair some of it, which is kind of blew my mind. I also got to meet with the fire chief and go to the firehouse and tour them, and also the police station. And I really enjoyed getting an opportunity to do that, to meet our staff. And if no one else on the council's had a chance to do that yet, I would really encourage you guys to do that, because I think it was kind of appreciated by the employees that we were taking an interest, the city employees that we were taking an interest in what they were doing. And like I said, I learned quite a bit by doing that. You know, you guys already know that I am no proponent of data centers, not just this one here, but just in general. So in terms of just regular activism, things that I've done is I've continued going to the Sustainable Resource Practice Advisory Board meetings, where we talk just a lot about environmental things, and economics, I guess. And let's see what else. I've also met with one of the TEA newly appointed board members, Linda Peoples-Lindsay. She's really interested in finding ways of partnership between the city and the Conley school community, especially with everything kind of new and fresh coming up. And so I feel like that's a really great endeavor that we should, you know, really want to work with the board. I think you've also probably met with the school board as well, and the new superintendent, which I think is really good. So hopefully we'll get some more visibility there. I've also followed up with some of the neighbors that I had spoken to when I was campaigning that had reached out to me wanting to know what, you know, kind of what my intentions were running for council. So I had some follow-up conversations with them, trying to, you know, identify some of the concerns they have and see how I can reconcile that with the folks at the city and knowing what challenges they have as well. And then when I got the agenda packet, I don't know that we can go back and talk about items that we've already discussed, so I won't go into it deeply, but I will say that I did ask Calvin some questions about things on the agenda, specifically in the city manager's report, and he called me back and answered all those questions, and I really appreciated him doing that and walking me through it and being prepared. And I'll be going to Austin on June 23rd. They're having hearings for water resources and planning, specifically connected to data centers. I went to Commissioner's Court. I met with our district's commissioner, Will Jones, and had an impromptu meeting, which was really informative. And I think that's it. Just saying, I've been busy, and I've been trying. And I really appreciate everyone at the city for meeting with me and letting me meet with you guys and tell me what you do so we can have an appreciation for it. Tomas is the only one I didn't get to meet because he was out.
You didn't miss nothing.
Might be a good thing. Might be a good thing.
I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about today. So, and if y'all have any questions for me on any of those things, I'm happy to answer them too.
Anyone else? All right. Mayor's report. To Amy's excellent comments, I would only add that we also asked her to look at our grants, right? And
Yes.
work. Calvin, I asked Calvin to do that, and, you know, if we do have opposition to data centers, given the profound, and we'll talk about this, not next meeting, but during the budget cycle.
Mhm.
We do have a 5-year projection for what those numbers are going to look like. And if we're going to consider options for not participating in that project, then we have to know what our alternatives are and see what those grants are. I can tell you that my experience and the experience of people who've been around the council for a while is that the grants are available typically, but they are a terribly small percentage of our overall budget, and rarely are they for the things we need the most. They typically are for the nice-to-have stuff, a study, an upgrade. During the COVID and the ARPA grants, we did get some significant 6-digit grants for some things. But as a rule, our understanding today is that grants for a $9 million street project, there's no grant for that. Might be a grant for 5% of it, but not for the whole thing, et cetera, through all the various water and sewer projects. But just to make sure that we are being absolutely faithful and thorough, I asked somebody who is opposed to what the council has thus far voted to do, to look very hard at seeing if there are other ways to raise funds so that we will have a completely clear, objective view from both sides of the aisle. For whatever we might disagree with, we have a good track record on this council of working together. Even when we don't agree on one thing, we don't let it carry over to other things. Everyone here is trying to do the right thing as best they can determine the right thing to do. Anyone else? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that is, Mayor. I can adjourn now,
That's what I
right?
say, you're the only mayor.
Oh, I put everybody out of our